Good morning, children. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Today I am here to teach you a small poem from your book First Flight, and the name of the poem is Dust of Snow. So let's take a look at the poem first and give it the first reading. Dust of snow, the way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. So children, this is a simple poem, a short poem by Robert Frost. This seems to be a very simple poem of just 8 lines, but the words have deep meaning. Now, let's take a look at the first stanza and try to understand what the poet means. The way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Now herein, the poet tries to explain an incident that happened to him. He shares his experience. Once he was standing under a hemlock tree. Now hemlock tree is a poisonous tree, a plant with white flowers on it, and it belongs to pine family. It has very soft wood. Now the poet was standing under a hemlock tree which was laden with snow, which was covered with snow. Suddenly there is a movement, and who makes the movement? Crow makes the movement. And what does he do? He shakes down some dust of snow from the branches of the tree on the poet. Means he makes a movement, the crow makes a movement, and some dust of snow falls on the poet. In the next stanza, the poet tries to tell us about the effect of that incident on him. Now what happens, he says, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. What he says, that because of this incident, his mood changed. He had, in the last 2 lines, he tells us that he had been ruing over something. He was disappointed over something. He was feeling upset the whole day. But because of this small incident, what happens? His mood changed. He became happy suddenly. So, through this poem, the poet actually wants to tell us that small incidents in our life, however negative they may be, they bring about positive changes in our lives. So, even a small thing can bring about positive change in our life, in our mood. The poet also tells us that how we can derive pleasures from the small happenings around us, from the small incidents that are taking place. I feel, children, that this poem is quite relevant in today's times also. Like, we all are locked down inside our houses. We can't move out. We feel upset at times. But, you know, there are many small things that you can do and derive pleasure. Like, you can help your parents in household work. You can show your creative talents. You can do lots of drawings, painting, even compose music, or do many other things and spend quality time with your parents and feel happy about it. I mean, this stressful situation will become less stressful for you if you do that. So, I hope this is clear to you. Okay. Now we will look at the poetic devices that the poet has used. First of all, we will talk about the rhyme scheme. Now, just look at the first stanza and see, first line is rhyming with third line and second line is rhyming with fourth line. Fifth line is rhyming with seventh line and sixth line is rhyming with eighth one. So the rhyme scheme will be, first stanza it will be AB, AB, and second stanza it will be CD, CD, right? Now second poetic device is symbolism. Now in this poem, the poet is making use of symbolism. He has used 3 symbols. First is crow, hemlock tree, and dust of snow or just snow. Now in this, these 2 are the symbols of sadness, of despair, whereas dust of snow is a symbol of happiness. So here poet is using these things as symbols. Third poetic device that is there is enjambment. Now what is that? Enjambment is when one sentence runs into another line. Like here, there's no pause. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. This is one complete sentence. There is no pause here. So one sentence, one line is running into another line. It is continuing into another line is enjambment. I hope it is clear to you. Now the next thing is alliteration. Now what is alliteration? Alliteration is when one consonant sound is repeated in a line. Like we have has, heart. Her sound is being repeated here. So it is an example of alliteration. Similarly, saved some. S sound, sir sound is being repeated here. So this is also an example of alliteration. Now the next poetic device being used here is consonance. Now what is this? Consonance is again a poetic device wherein a consonant is used again and again in a line. Or you can say it is the repetition of consonant sound. And it doesn't have to be in the beginning as we had in alliteration, but it can be anywhere in the beginning of a word, in the middle of the word, or anywhere at the end of the word. So, like we have day, the sound, had, rude. So we have the sound in the beginning here, the sound in the end here, and here too in the end. So this is an example of consonance. Now another thing that we have here is assonance. Now what is that? Assonance is when a vowel is repeated in a sentence. Like we have O, 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 O. O vowel is being repeated here in second line. So this is called assonance. The words don't have to rhyme necessarily. See, shook, down, on. They are not rhyming, but only this O vowel is being used in these words. So this is assonance, and I hope children all this is clear to you. All the poetic devices are clear to you now. Thank you.